What the heck is that? Uh-oh, subscribe to earn drops. I have no idea what the heck that means, but no, I don't want to get nitro. How do I get into my game? There we go. All right, here we go. Wow, that was a rude interruption from from I don't know if that was from Twitch or Stream Elements, but wherever it's from, rude interruption. Anyway, hey, family, friends, fellow gamers, educators, and students, welcome to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. I am Grumpy Gnome. Let's get some grump on. Fallout Shelter, baby. Here we go. We're gonna do a new vault. Uh, educators, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do this to you. Students, you're gonna get a roll out of this one. Vault list. Here we go. New vault. Boom. You've determined the idea of your vault? Yes, we will. Boom. Oh my god. Okay, it's roving. We're not doing roving. We're gonna do vault 6-7. So here we go. 6. I have no idea what the heck is going on with this whole 6-7 thing in the classrooms, but it's a thing. And in my classroom, we actually make a game out of it. I have 2 forbidden words in the classroom, and those are and I'm allowed to say them because I'm the captain, but the students, every time they say it, they get a check mark. These are the 2 forbidden numbers in the class. Anyway, let's get into it. Create vault. 6-7. We're not going there. Anyway, congratulations. Vault-Tech selected you to be the overseer. And we're going to do the tutorial in case this is the first time some of you are watching. The vault keeps its people safe from danger in the wasteland. I'm not sponsored by Bethesda or Fallout Shelter or anything. As an overseer, we got to expand the vault. I play this game out of fun. This is a free-to-play game. You can go to the Bethesda website, download the game for free. You can go to Steam and download the game for free. And I have played this over and over and over. And as much as the game does follow a timeline, it's you could almost say no 2 games are ever the same because there are little tweaks in the game. Welcome to your new vault, Overseer. Let's introduce you to some basic concepts. Boom. First of all, we're going to build something. And because we took the tutorial, we've already got our first living quarters put in up here and a few elevators. Okay. We're going to go ahead and start with a power generator, and we're going to drop that right under the living quarters. This is eventually going to be our main production level. So now we're going to get a couple dwellers to come in and man our power generator. So here we have this wonderful couple right here. Let's go ahead and meet them. So, well, you got to click on OK because we can click on this forever and it's not going to do anything. So here we go. Boom. Our first gentleman is Justin Duncan. I like to rename my generic characters, in other words, the common ones. As soon as I see kind of what they look like, I think about somebody in real life that would resemble this person. And I've done everything from former classmates way back when in the day when the dinosaurs used to walk the earth to news reporters and media channels. I've done actors and actresses. So whatever I think is going to spark my interest, like looking at this guy, he's got this little mustache thing going on, but for some reason I just can't place a face on him yet. I'll tell you what I might do, and this is what a lot of a lot of other gamers do that are like uber popular is they will take their subscribers and start naming people after their subscribers. And I may go ahead and do that. Or I may look into my comments. And if you leave me a comment on this game, I may go ahead and start renaming some of my people after you. Of course, you need to tell me which person you want to be named after. And then that way we don't double up on the names. Of course, it'll be first come, first serve. This guy here, he's a high strength. Most of our characters, I'm really going to try to get away from this because it's going to be a strategy we're going to use. I don't want flatline characters. And what I mean by flatline characters are getting characters that have stats or special all in the 1 and 2 range. I like this, and I'm going to actually show you a strategy where you can make super babies. You get super dwellers, and guess what? Super dwellers make super babies. We'll get into that later. All right, let's go ahead and grab Mr. Justin here. And we're going to grab him, and we're going to suck him in right here and drop him in to the power generator. And his lady friend here is, I'm trying to click on her. I'm trying to, okay, they just want me to drag her straight in. Boom. And who is our lady friend? Our lady friend is, come on. I guess we don't get to see. Well, doggone it. There she comes. Here she comes, just walking through the vault. I don't know why we're not able to click on her. We'll just let her get to her position. Oh, that's because the tutorial is still going on. Okay, so they're there. The next thing it's going to want us to do is double click the room so we can get a look at it. And this is our power generator with Alice and Justin. So now it says if you're in dire need, you can rush a room. How you do that is by clicking here, and there is a level of percentage of success. Or if you're a negative person or a pessimist, there is a percentage of failure. So anyway, right now we got a 33% chance of having an incident. The first one always passes. So we can feel pretty safe about this. And there it is. We have completed our first rush. And we got the caps for that. Next, we're going to want to build a diner. And that's going to go directly below our living quarters. And now another room that we need is water treatment. And that's going to go right over here next to the power generator. So that way we can build the water treatment out to the left. We can build the power generator out to the right. And we can build out the diner this direction. Now, when it comes to stacking levels, you don't want to build too deep too quick. It's best to sandwich thinly, and I'll show you why here as we get going. So now we're going to have a lot more dwellers showing up at our door. It looks like we got 5 more coming in. And what we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on their stats to see what room. Oh my God, who is this? Vandal. Hey, Vandal, you're back. Survival mode? No. I don't do survival mode because I'm old, I have a heart condition, and I don't need the stress. Anyway, only commentators get named, right? No chatters. You know what, Vandal? I may go ahead and make an exception for you because you're pretty all right. You've been following me for a while, and I do appreciate you. Rename him to Dunkin' Donuts. All righty. We'll see what we can do about Dunkin' Donuts. I'll give you a Dunkin' Donut guy. I want to actually wait till my first super dweller comes in, and then we'll go ahead and work on that here in a minute. Anyway, now that you know the basics of the rules, we can expand the vault. Just remember to keep them happy. Well, happiness is not a main criteria for myself. because I actually value super dwellers more than I do happiness. I am a mean person. The guys in the back usually have the better stats. So we're going to start with this dude here, Mr. Walter. Mr. Walter has a high P. That is for perception. Perception is going to go into water treatment. Boom. Assign 2 dwellers to the right room. Well, we knew that. The next thing I'm looking for is a dweller that has a high A stat. And there she is, Grace Murray. Oh, you're probably going to be some kind of an actress. For some reason, Sharon Stone is the first one that comes to mind, but I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Grace, you're going to come down because you have a high agility. You're going to go there, and we're going to open up our first objective. Assign 2 dwellers. Boom. Oh, we need to rush a room to get a lunch pail. Let's do that and get it over with. So, I'm going to go ahead. What do I need? I need food. I need water. Let's go ahead and place the rest of these people. You got an S of 3, so your strength 3. There's no room in here. So guess what? I'm just going to bring you in to the vault. Next victim. You are a flatliner. So when you get a flatliner, what you do is you look for where their level 2 stats are. So she's got strength, but she has no perception and she has no agility. Well, she's got 1, but that's garbage. So ideally, this person can only go into a power generator. It's not, she can't only go there, but that is her best usage. Oh my God, Daphne. Daphne from Scooby-Doo. We might have to do that one right away. And you've got luck. And you can go into P. I'm going to throw you into P for now. Why? I don't know. Okay, and we need one more A person. So out of the 2 that we have left over, who's going to be... Okay, imagine valuing happiness. Yeah. Unfortunately, happiness is a rarity in today's world. Unless you belong... Oh, we're not going to get political here. Yes, we are. Unless you are part of the 1%ers. And the funny thing is, it's usually the 1%ers who are the most miserable. So, I mean, go figure. Maybe if the 1%ers would share a little bit of their wealth with others, you know, maybe that would make them a little bit happier. Okay, who are you? We got Donna. Wow, hell, we're getting some gingers. We are getting gingers in over here. And she actually has garbage for A. Wow. Okay, this does us no good. Well, I'm going to bring you in. We're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to rush this room to get the objective. Boom. 32% chance. With all the times she lost her glasses, you would expect her to have high luck. There, yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh, and we've already got some rad roaches coming in. So this is not a successful rush. This is actually a failure, but they went ahead and kicked them in the face, and they did that. Now, if you look at this, now it's up to 42%. We could probably pass with 42%, but we're not going to. I'm going to come down here, and we're going to try to get a little bit more food into our inventory. So let's see if she can do something successful. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to drop you down here to help out. You can go down and help kick some roaches in the face. And actually, by bringing him into the room, he's going to get a little bit experience for that as well. Well, doggone it. If we can't rush a room, we can at least level up a dweller. I think that's one of ours. Send a dweller to the wasteland. And that is what I do with my flatliners. I send them out. There's a couple reasons I send my flatliners out. Okay, she had... Gosh darn it! Why are we getting these garbage A's? Okay, now we're starting to get some grump on here. You know what? I'm going to bring you in. The vault is full. Build more living quarters. Okay, first of all, let's get rid of one person. You. Go explore. We have no weapons. We have no stim packs. We're just going to throw her out, bring her right back in. With her out, we should be able to bring her in. Nope. It wants us to build something. Really? Yep. Okay, we're going to build. So, now here's the thing about the stacking. Oh, let's go ahead and collect this first. You always want to collect your objectives as soon as possible, because the next click you do, like right there, level up one dweller, might just be another objective. So let's go ahead and level him up. I'm going to level her up while we're at it. We're going to collect that while we're at it. And let's go ahead and get our first lunchbox. Now, lunchboxes are cool because this is a way to... Well, first of all, let's bring her back. Otherwise, we're going to forget about her. She's going to die, and she'll be very unhappy. So, here we go. Lunch pail. Now, my strategy... Okay, my strategy is to just keep rushing the same room until you get a success. You know what? You must be luckier than me. Because once I get a failure, it seems to just go on. It's like a string. I mean, what are the chances of getting a failed rush in the same room 20 times in a row? Well, it all depends where your percentage of failure lies. And as long as we're on that topic, Vandal, you do have a strategy. Because every time you fail a rush, you're actually gaining experience, and you may get some caps out of that as well. By the way, caps is the currency in this game. So, you know, caps are good. Caps helps us do everything to build. Okay, let's see what we get. Come on, Super Dweller. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a while before that Five Nights at Freddy teddy bear comes into use. Food. There we go. There's our first gun. And that was what I would call a garbage pull. We didn't get anything special out of that. Okay. The time has come to build more living quarters. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to drop the next living quarters under the water and next to there. I've only done this in one other vault, and that was the previous vault that I built. And the reason for that is now I can keep everything on 2 levels. Right now, the first level up here is irrelevant. We're not using it for anything. These next deck 2, deck 3, these are the main levels that we're dealing with right now. Come on, have some agility. 2. I'll take 2. I'll gladly take 2. You get to go down there. Miserable. Okay, I will make my dweller's life miserable until there you go. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Autocorrect. Yeah, hey, no problem. Let's see. Now that we got 2 people down there, let's go back to getting that rush. And why don't we start down here so our new dweller can get some new experience? Wow. All right, we'll do it. What's the worst that can happen? I was seriously expecting a fail. Another lunch pail. Can we get a super dweller? Come on, baby. Grumpy wanted a super dweller. Collect 50 water. We can do that. Come on, baby. Big bucks, no whammies. Now. Oh, yes, and there is the first theme to our playthrough, a skeleton costume. And I just saw in my previous game that we're going to start getting some themed rooms for Halloween. So this is a Halloween themed item here. And actually, luck is one of the attributes that I'm really going to start paying a lot of attention to. The other one is E. And doggone it, what's E stand for again? Not agility, that's a endurance, I think. That's going to be another thing that I'm going to focus on early in the game. Now, we're not going to be able to max out the endurance. Garbage. There's our first super dweller. That's what we wanted. Notice this person, Edward's stats are a lot higher than everybody else's. And he is going to become... I'm trying to think of this. Do I want to use the PG version or do I want to use the rated R version of this? He's going to be our baby maker. Go ahead and put that where you want it. But remember, super dwellers make super babies. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is start expanding these rooms to make room for the people that are waiting. One of the first rooms that I want to expand is going to be the power generator. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to grab this. We're going to go back to power. And boom, now we've expanded. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to make room for our people. His strength definitely tells me he's going in there. Now, what are you bringing to the game? You're a flatliner. Okay. But he can go into power or he can go into... That's it. Power is the only place this guy is going to benefit us. So watch this. What are you? Oh, got to bring you in. Okay, what are you? Oh, first of all, you're a 3 in strength. So you're going to be my next contestant there. Okay. What I would normally do with these other ones is send them out into the wasteland. Because what they collect in the wasteland is going to be more valuable than their input to the vault. But as you have seen, one of our objectives is actually to collect 50 water. So if we want to increase our water production, we simply grow the room. Boom. Now we're making 18 water on every collection. And eventually all 3 of these are going to grow to double rooms, and then eventually they're going to become triples. What are you bringing to the game? Oh, man, once again, we just can't get the A. But are you bringing a lab coat in? Let's find out. Nope, of course you're not. And because we have now reached 12 dwellers, we now have our next unlock for rooms, and that is going to be storage. Okay, we don't need to build storage yet, but we do have, and this is where the game prompts you. That's a good topic to talk about right now. This is a free-to-play game. You can go onto Steam and download it. You can go to the Bethesda website and download it. And you can get hours and hours and hours of play out of this. Free-to-play, and it is a fun game. And I am not going to be making any purchases in here just because I do want to show you the whole free-to-play aspect of the game. So thank you very much. And what are you bringing in? Oh my God, we got a bearded dude. Come on, beards. Bring in some A. Yes. I mean, this is nothing to get excited about, but just to see that we have a 2A, and this guy wouldn't even go into water or power because of his 1 stat here. So I'm going to bring him in, and we can't put him in there yet, but we can go ahead and expand our diner to a 2nd level. Now they can hold 4 people. You, my good friend, welcome. You've just become a mess attendant. Mess decks. Eventually, what I like to also do is give my dwellers labels. For instance, the power generator is going to be PG, and it'll either be 3, 2, or 1, depending on what their level is. In water treatment, it'll be WT 3, 2, or 1, depending on what their level is. And the mess decks, it's going to be MS 3, 2, or 1. For those of you, nope, that's a hard pass on that one. For those of you that are familiar or who've served in the Navy, you'll kind of get an understanding of where those ratings are coming from. And might as well give a shout out to my shipmates out there. And yeah, so here we go. We got 3 dwellers that are doing nothing, so we may as well put them to work somewhere. I can't put any more into power. So what I'm going to do is at least try to find a home for them. You're a 1A, but you're a 2P. So guess what? You're going to go into P. You, my good friend, are a... Oh my gosh, you're a strength 3. Wow. All right. I'll do it. Uh-oh, we need more water. Do we have a P up here? No. Do we have a P? Come on, do we have a P? No. Oh my gosh, we don't have a P? There's a P. P2. You're down here. And because our water is redlined, I'm going to go ahead, collect that, and we're going to try another rush on it. 33%. Of course. There you go, Vandal. I'm sure that brought you happiness. Oh my gosh, you're filling up my chat box here. He's going to be the father of... Yeah, he's going to be Big Daddy. Yeah, luck is great for collecting more caps in the waste and successful rushes. But if we talk about quests, I would put more emphasis on agility and endurance. The reason I'm doing endurance, and it's only going to be minimal, I may as well... I know I'm squirreling right now, but I'm going to drop these 2 down here just to increase the... Well, he got a little... They're getting happy because I think they're finally being put to work. But now it's all about filling objectives. So we need the water. You know what, Vandal? I think we're going to rush this one again. Equip a dweller with a weapon. There we go. We do have a weapon. Let's give it to Big Daddy. Boom. There you go. Hunting rifle. Let's go ahead, collect those. Collect 100 power. A lot of it is going to be collecting. So we can do that. I don't want to rush too many rooms because every time you fail... No, we're not going to sell our weapon. But, oh, it's only for 25 caps. Okay. I'm not going to do it. You're allowed to get rid of 1 objective per day. After you get rid of your first objective for free, it starts costing you Nuka-Cola bottles. Nuka-Cola bottles, which are these over here, these are like your high dollar items. They're your valuable currency. Caps is everyday currency. Nuka-Cola bottles is everyday, is your high dollar valued items. Okay, where are you going, dude? I thought we put you down here. Oh, wow, you're not adding anything to the room. Oh, that's because we already have 4 people. So guess what we're going to do? I'm going to throw you out of here. Boom. Now, the problem with throwing people out without any weapon, outfits, or stim packs is his life expectancy. Oh, well, we could give him a stim pack. Yeah, what the heck. His life expectancy is minimal. Oh, yeah. This will help him a little bit out there. Boom. So that just gave him a little bit of strength, and it gave him a little bit more luck. And so we're going to go ahead and throw Mr. Bones outside and have him explore. We're not going to leave him out there for long because, like I said, his survivability outside is minimal. But we are going to check on him and make sure that we do bring him back. Okay, yeah, luck is great for collecting. If we talk about agility and endurance, put them in the mines. Yeah, that's basically where they're going. Endurance is great for extending time. Yeah, and I like the hit points. That's the reason I started focusing. And early in the game, even if you can get one step up in the special for endurance or 2 steps, those minimal hit points are going to add up after a while. It's kind of like golf or bowling or baseball. Every pin, every run, every hole counts. So every special that you can get up there is going to help you that much further. Now, are all 3 objectives collect stuff? Yes. No. Yes. Power and water. Okay, there's our food. How long? 1 minute. And, oh, that's got to go to 100. We're going to speed this up a little bit further by adding on. Okay, let's take a look at this. Right now, I am producing 21 units of power per charge up. If we go ahead and we add another one of these, our 21 has just gone up to 44. So it's going to take 3 minutes to get there unless we rush it. Where's my other level? I'm looking for the other. Oh, I wanted strength. I had a level 3 that's not in you. No, she's in power. You. There's a she's not a level 3. She's a special 3 strength. But I'm going to grab her temporarily. Okay, who you? Oh my God, she looks miserable. All right, Olivia. Olivia Rodrigo. Fun fact. I actually substitute teach at an elementary school that Olivia Rodrigo attended. So, anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and I think we're going to take her into the where was she? Are you Olivia? Whoops. No, stop. Don't run. Whoa, let's get that and go ahead and clear it just to open up another equip a dweller with an outfit. Oh my gosh. Okay, we can do that. Remember the guy we sent out? Let's bring him back. And we are going to use his outfit to complete that objective. Lunch pail! Come on, super dweller. It's funny because as much as we need outfits and weapons right now, I still value super dwellers more than anything else. And I always will. Okay, we can give him that when we send him back out. Camera, garbage. There's a second weapon. Okay, and gosh, that was a garbage pull. Okay, so Olivia, come with me. Come with me. Oh, I didn't even realize you were leveling up. Into here. And the reason we're doing that is because she is going to make the generation in this room a little bit quicker. And as long as we're in the green, we can afford to spare it. Oops. Collect that. Equip a dweller with an outfit. Once, I think his name was Edward, comes back, we'll get his. And you know what? We can actually send him out with a weapon. Cool. So his survivability has just gone up a little bit. And we can give him a stim pack. Oh my gosh, he's rocking. Now let's concentrate on this 100 power. So, if we wait 14 seconds, we're going to get 44 units. And that's going to take us to somewhere around 88. And then we'll go ahead and rush it after that. Strength on waste explorations is kind of meh. Main thing, it increases the weight capacity. I never thought about weight capacity. I always thought that the strength would give you a stronger hit with your weapon. If you have a weapon that has a ranged damage in it. Okay, we're at 86. Let's go ahead and do a rush on this. 30%, come on. Well, Vandal, there's your happiness again. Okay, what's going on here? Strength general just for the generator room. Maybe for outfit. Yeah, that's going to be later game, but that depends. Actually, what I've been liking to focus on are the E-suits. And, of course, depending on what the best weapon is that you can craft is going to determine. Okay, you, my friend, come back in. Boom. And first thing I'm going to do with you is get you naked again. Oh, my God, this is an R-rated game, isn't it? And then I'm going to go ahead and give you a costume. Cha-ching. There's that objective. And, oh, come on. Can we get a super dweller this time? Please. Please. Super dweller. Baby. Unlock. Garbage. Garbage. Actually, oh my God, a second. I'm happy for this, not because it's woo themed. I'm happy because I like the luck. Because this playthrough is going to be all about throwing people into the wasteland. So, luck is going to be awesome. Also, the strength 2 is going to help in our power generator room. Come on, super dweller, super dweller, super dweller. Nah. Gosh darn it. I don't know if they've made an adjustment. I'm talking about Bethesda, the devs of this game, if they made an adjustment to this or not. But for some reason, it really seems like we're getting, not we, but I've noticed a lot of garbage lunch pails lately. Okay, one stim, one rat away. Give you this weapon. Boom. You know what? Go out and find stuff. Yeah, you're not much use to us anywhere else. And I'm going to grab Olivia here, and I'm actually going to move, well, let's see, how far do we got? 56 seconds. I think if I pull her now, this number is going to go higher. So I'm going to leave her in there for the 45 seconds. And then once we get this, is it still an objective? Yes. As soon as we get that objective, I'm going to throw her back into the water room. Now, one thing you're going to notice is we're at that stage where we're very slow grow. We're only opening enough to keep our vault running. And I always like to keep a few caps on hand in case we need to do something drastic immediately. Yeah. Here we go. Boom. Cha-ching. Light them up. There's our 100. Come over here. Deliver a baby. And here we go. The fun begins. So, we already determined who the Vault Pappy is. Now we got to find a Vault Mama. So, because you are going to be the Vault Pappy, you know what? Don't hate me for this. I'm going to call you Grumpy. We're going to call him Grumpy. So, he is going to go over here. Boom. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through all of my dwellers for a female that has the highest special stats. So Olivia over here has a 3, but I already know that one of our dwellers has a 5. Now that one might be a... Oh my gosh, it's Grace, and she is a female. Awesome. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do with Miss Grace here, who's in the diner, is... Oh my God, she's in the back. We're going to grab her. That's not Grace, is it? Okay, we're going to grab Grace. We're going to bring her into this room over here. And I am going to go ahead and give her this outfit to give her even higher stats. Now, the first thing they need to do is recognize that, hey man, we're in the barracks. The next thing they need to do is get an interest in each other, and they'll do that by starting conversation. If they have flattered each other enough in conversation and compliments, then they're going to start dancing. No, not that dance. Well, let's just... There we go. There's a dance for you, Dab. So, let's give them a little bit of time, and then hopefully, you know, they will spark an interest in each other, and we'll see where that interest goes. What else is going on here? Boom, boom. Collect the water. Okay. So we can make a couple more people miserable by failing the rushes. Sell a weapon or outfit. The only weapon that I'm probably going to sell is if we get a BB gun or some kind of a pistol that only does 1 damage. Because truth be told, the dwellers themselves, when they kick things, they actually cause 1 point of damage. So the weapon is just taking up a slot. Outfits. Right now, we pretty much value any outfit we can get, even if it is a garbage one. And then we're going to work on this delivering a baby. See, it doesn't say have them dance or get a dweller pregnant. We actually have to wait until the baby is delivered. And that's going to be a 2-hour pause in the game for that to happen. And I strategically am recording this game first so that after I do Banished, maybe for an hour, and Baldur's Gate for an hour, I'm going to come back to this game again in, say, 2 hours, 3 hours. And then we're going to find out where everybody is at. And we're also going to have that baby delivered. So we're actually doing 2 episodes with a 2-hour gap in between there. Strength is a waste. Okay, on waste explorations is meh. Generate for the generator. Correction. That's not a stim pack. That was a Rataway. Actually, we gave them one of each. There's a debate if strength increases damage. I believe it was debunked. Either way, I'm not I'm not gonna. How about this? Don't take anything I say factually. I am not a developer in this game. I am just a fan that likes to play it. And these are just things that I have picked up on the way. And if somebody wants to debunk me, great. Okay, he's now on a quest to trick or treat. Yeah, he's going trick or treating. Hopefully, he brings home more treats than. Oh my gosh, here comes rated R again. Hopefully, he'll bring home more treats than performing tricks. Sorry, parents. Can't avoid that one. Melee or ranged attacks is kind of debatable. Yeah, I mean, I like the range attacks because when they're in rooms, a ranged weapon can reach any enemy that you have or creature. When a hand-to-hand combat or melee, you actually have to be face-to-face with that creature. And another thing I started doing was guiding my shots. And we'll get into that when we actually go someplace. Rad roaches, kick them in the face. And you know what? Let's go ahead and give these guys a little bit of experience by sending them into there. I mean, every little bit helps right now. And let's actually zoom in so you guys can see what they're doing. But all they're basically doing is kicking these things in the face. Which can be fun, I guess. New game called Kick a Roach. And cha-ching, there's their experience. And the two that we pulled out of here will automatically return to that room. Okay, I'm not here to get angry. I just see you play some tips and strategy. So I'm not. Oh, no. It's all good in the title. So I simply added, you know what? Anybody, I welcome anybody to leave any contribution to this game. My tips and strategy are just personal for my likings. And, you know, there is a streamer out there. I don't even know if he is still streaming anymore or not. He goes by oh my gosh, here comes the rated R thing again. He goes by the username of Ted Nipples. And the first thing that he says in his 78 tips to playing this game is there's no right or wrong way to play this game. It's free. It's for fun. So you know what? Do what you want with it. And yeah, we're just going to have some fun with this. If my tips or strategies help out, great. If they don't, great. We're just here to have a good time. Okay, as you guys can tell, we'll go ahead and zoom in on this one because this might just be our screenshot right here. So these are the two that we threw in here. There's Grumpy, and this, I believe, was Grace. And so they're now flattering each other. I don't know if we can actually see some of the commentary, not yet, that they're giving each other. Oh, there we go. I'm glad we got some time together. How sweet. But, yeah, we know who they are. G&G. Do you really like me? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Eventually, they'll take on to each other. Now, if these two, or even one of them, had a higher charisma, that is the C right here. If this was any higher, it would expedite their getting to know each other better and eventually speed up the baby making. So as you can tell with Grumpy here, charisma is the thing he is least skilled at. And you know what? That might be kind of factual in true life as well. And Miss Grace over here, she's even worse. So I guess she's going to be a grumpette. So anyway, that is the reason that this is going to take forever. But you know what? Hopefully the offspring that comes out is going to be worth the wait. And we're going to get a super baby out of this combination. Okay, what's going on? If we talk about melee attacks, then there can only be one dweller on an enemy on quest. If you have more than one dweller, that melee... You know what I have started to do? Yeah, more than one, they just start... Now, is that also true? If you've got one person with melee and one person with ranged, they can hit the same enemy, yes? But if you've got two people with melee, I can understand that you can only hit one enemy. But what I like to do with the melee weapons is actually give them to the people I send out into the wasteland. Because they're only ever going to encounter a single enemy at a time. So it would make, logic would say, give it to the person who is always going to be confronted with a single enemy. And then save all your ranged attacks for where your multiple enemies are going to be coming in. Okay, but that's on quest. If we talk about vault defense, the problem with melee, they run all over the place. Yeah, that's another thing I don't... Yes. Okay. And I think that yes was for that comment, that little monologue I just went into. So, is there something we can do to speed this up a little bit? They're still complimenting each other, so I'm going to leave them be. We need water. Sell an item. And we don't have any lunch pails here. Deliver a baby. That's going to be our 2-hour wait. You know what we can do? We can look at Edward, who we sent out in the wasteland, to see if he has a weapon or an outfit yet. And then collect the 100 water. You know what? Should we make some more people miserable? And I think what we're going to go ahead and do, let's expand water just to get the additional caps. Okay, now we're making 28 water per, what do you want to call it? Per collection. That didn't really help too much. How many do we need? 20. Oh my gosh, 28 is exactly what we need. Cha-ching. Okay, how long are we waiting for? Leave us in suspense. 4 minutes? Screw it. Let's make them miserable. There we go. Activate. Come on. Big bucks. Cha-ching. There you go. Sorry, Vandal. No grumpy on this one. Boom. And you can see down here in the corner that, oh my gosh, and guess what? The raise happiness. This is what I meant by you got to open these up right away, because I guarantee you these people down here are not at 100% happiness. 75%. And Grace is at 85, but you know what? Making a baby kicks them up to 100%. So, oh my God. I am not going after this one. I mean, we could, but chances are by the time these two get there, it's going to spread. So I'm just going to go ahead and get some people. Oh my gosh, and there they go. So now they like each other. They're going to go in the back. And there goes their happiness to 100. Why did it go to 100? Because they found a box of chocolate. And here we go. Let's go ahead and claim that. Send 2 dwellers to the wasteland. Well, you know what? And here she comes out. Yeah, she found a lot of chocolate. And old Grumpy here, he's happy because he got his chocolate. So now what we do is we send them back to their respectable rooms where they can once again contribute to the vault. And when we come back in a couple hours, she will have delivered her baby. Now, let's go. You know what? We could bring him back. He didn't find anything yet. He found 30 caps. But there is his 1 stim pack that he has. And then there is his 1 Rataway. He's taken minimal damage so far. You know what? We might just let him run for 2 hours. And then check on him. And then one of 2 things is going to happen. He's either going to be dead, in which case we'll have to revive him, or he will have found a few things that he can bring back to the vault. Now, the thing about running out of the vault, he's been out there for 17 minutes. When you recall your people, they come back in half of that time. So it would actually take him, what, 8 minutes to come back? Maybe 9 minutes before he returns to the vault, which is cool. We can deal with that. Anyway, I'll be on my way now. See ya. Hey, Vandal, thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, you know what? Doggone it. There you go. Justin Duncan, we'll just call you Vandal. Boom, there we go. And for now, oh my gosh, you are going to be our power generator. So I am going to make you PG3 You know what? No, I'll put you to first class right away, since you are the man right now with the highest strength. PG1 Vandal, welcome. You are now in our vault. So, hey man, take care. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. And by the way, your name is very unisex. So I am assuming, and you know what they say about making assumptions, that you are a male. And if my pronoun is incorrect on that, please correct me, and then I will assign you to the right person. But that is that. Grace over here. No, that's Joyce. Cute little ponytail she has. Where's my Grace? Where did Grace go? Oh, she's sitting back in the corner. Gonna have to figure out what we're gonna. Who would she resemble? I mean, this is gonna be awful. I mean, Taylor Swift, but I don't want Kelsey coming after me on that one. So yeah, we will leave Taylor Swift out of this one. Well, or we could do a little play on it. We could do a little twist, but we don't want to get too weird in this game. So anyway, I think we may. Did we actually? Oh, you know what? Send 2 people out into the wasteland. Let's go ahead and collect that right now. Here's 1, explore. Here's 2, explore. And that is actually going to fulfill this one. And I do want to see what the next one that we get here is. This is going to have to wait for 2 hours. This is going to wait for 2 hours. So we're going to focus on this right now. And we'll play this out as long as we can equip 3 with a laser rifle. Now, I mean, we don't even have a laser rifle, so I'm going to get rid of this right now. Have 2 females pregnant. I cannot get rid of that, but I will tell you, and here comes some more of that tips and strategy. Okay, you're coming back, and you're coming back. Here's the tips and strategy. Since I want to focus on super dwellers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for Grace to deliver her baby, and then we're going back to baby making again. Yeah, it's our vault is a baby making uh, production company industry. So, and the reason I'm going to focus on Grace and Grumpy is because I want to fill our vault with as many super dwellers as possible. So you're going to collect, and we're going to let him continue running, and I'm going to bring them back in to the water. And that is actually going to take us to the end of our episode. So, if you're watching me on Twitch, please hit the follow button. If you're watching me on YouTube, please hit subscribe. If you do either of those things, please tell 10 of your family, friends, and pets about my channel. If you don't know 10 family, friends, and pets, tell 5 of them twice. If you don't know 5 family, friends, and pets, go out, buy yourself a space hamster, name the hamster Boo, and if you get the reference, and no, it's not Halloween, if you get the reference, leave a comment below. Heck, I'll even name a dweller after you. If you don't get the reference, well, stand by because I'm starting a new Baldur's Gate stream along with this one. And then you will soon get to meet Boo. With that said, I am Grumpy Gnome. I also have a fishing channel, Grumpy Gnome Fishing. If you have any anglers in your family, please check it out. I'm also on Discord and Facebook. Check me out. Actually, just Google Grumpy Gnome Gaming and Grumpy Gnome Fishing, and then that'll take you to all my sites. Anything else you guys need to know? I'm going to try to get 1,000 subs by the end of the year. I've been doing this for 3 years now. Oh, it's starting to rain. I've done this for 3 years now, and I've kind of plateaued right around 630. I would love to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. And with your help, maybe we can get there. With that said, I'm Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here. 5, 4, 3. Oh, nuts on a biscuit. Well, she's running out because she's pregnant. Let's bring him down here. Get him some experience. Nope, ain't gonna happen. Oh well, they gave him the experience anyway because he made an effort. Alright guys, I'm out of here. 5, 4, 3. Let's let them get back to their room so they don't get lost in confusion. And assume the position. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.